Hello.
And welcome to
Let the Girls Play. I'm Kelsey Bailey.
I'm Amelia Bain.
And we're here to talk about the WNBA Week 7.
We are 7 weeks into this amazing WNBA season. I cannot believe it.
I can't believe it either. I can't believe what we witnessed this week. Upsets.
Yes.
We saw, what's the opposite of an upset?
A moment that went as planned.
A moment that went as planned. Everything went according to plan. We saw moments of joy, moments of sadness, moments of scariness, moments of spookiness. Things got spooky. This week had throwbacks to the 1999 New York Liberty players looking real young and fresh-faced as they faced off against each other. We'll talk about that more. Let's just get it poppin' with the New York Liberty. We start off every episode talking about them because they are our hometown team. So we'll just talk about them first. And let's talk about what the hell happened at the Commissioner's Cup. Both just the event itself, the surroundings, everything about the Commissioner's Cup. And then we can freaking talk about the game.
Yeah. Previously on Let the Girls Play, the Liberty won home court advantage for the Commissioner's Cup, but were forced to play on Long Island because of a scheduling error.
Because the NBA draft was happening at Barclays Center the
and they
day
needed
after.
To put the tables in for the boys.
For the boys. It's for the boys. This is USO style Bob Hope. This one's for the boys.
This one's for the boys, and they're shipping the girls out to Long Island.
Mm-hmm. They said, honey, go hang out with Teresa Caputo.
I want to say everyone that works at UBS Arena was really friendly.
Super nice.
Really, really nice, helpful. But the arena itself is not.
We didn't want to be
Barclays.
there. We didn't want to be there. I don't think a lot of the Liberty fans want to be there. But the vibes, we brought our best vibes that we could, given the situation.
There was an Ellie wave that was inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Ellie felt like a little bit out of sorts. She didn't seem like herself.
Everyone's different on Long Island.
Oh, so true. So true. Everyone's different.
Everyone's different everything hits different in Long Island. But we went to the game. I got someone saw me wearing a Maureen Johannes jersey, and she came up to me and tapped me silently on the back while I was waiting for a cheeseburger, handed me this bracelet, and then just sort of disappeared into the night, never to be seen again. But so shout out to whomever was the kind woman who gave me this bracelet. I cherish it. Always great to see people honoring Maureen Johannes, and shout out.
And yeah, you did say when we sat down, I get Taylor Swift now.
I get it. There was a
now.
thrill in someone being like, hey, I made this and I want you to have it. And
it's
isn't
nice.
that nice? And
It's
you know
nice.
what would have been nice? If Josiah waived the parking fees at the UBS Arena. Because tell me why it cost me more to park my damn car than for 2 tickets to go see the Commissioner's Cup.
That's wild.
I know they offered the buses, but also freaking offer the free parking.
And we couldn't get on the bus at 4 p.m.
Josiah, get ready. There's going to be a Venmo request coming to you.
Yeah.
And I don't know what your handle is, but I will be sending one to every single Josiah that I find on Venmo.
I think they really fumbled it by not having it at Barclays, and they could have just given free tickets out and waived free parking, and I bet they wouldn't have even noticed. They have so much money.
We ended up spending that much money on, our food and our drink. Concessions.
You didn't need our parking money.
But first you bring me to Long Island and then you charge me out the ass for parking.
And then the game.
And then we lose.
Come
and then JJ only scores like 2 points.
Ooh, it was
crazy.
We went out there with open hearts, and I feel like we came back hurt. And that's a lesson you learn in life, is you get your heart broken. And I think I'll never be as open as I once was.
I think, a mental breakdown after the game. I sideswiped a car.
She did. She left her phone number.
I left my phone number. I did all
the
the right things, and we are in communication, and I'm going through my insurance company. And if I'm doing the wrong thing, please tell me in the comments, because I've never had this happen to me before.
No. But yeah, I will say I'm glad we drove, because imagine being on that Liberty fan bus coming back after that loss. It would have been grim. We'll move on to the game itself. The Liberty came out hot, specifically Kayla Thornton.
Yes.
Come on, Kayla.
Come on, Kayla. And then Sandy said, you know what? You're playing too good. I'm going to sit you for the third quarter.
I don't know why Sandy did that. Was she that tired? She didn't seem that tired.
Maybe she tweaked something. We don't know.
Because she didn't play a lot in the game yesterday against the Dream. So I wondered, did she tweak something? JJ wasn't on. JJ was struggling, and they kept continuing to try to make it happen. And it's like so fetch, it's not going to happen, you know?
It's not going to happen. Every time I said, stop trying to give her the ball.
Because Stewie was hot. Sabrina was hot.
Mm-hmm. Kayla had been hot until they took her out. Sloot played. Welcome back, Sloot, to the court. I think she had some good numbers, and for having not played in a bit, it was great to see her back there. But yeah, just some decisions that were made. I'm like, what is going on?
At the end of the game, I had this moment where I was like, good for the Lynx, but we should have won this game.
Yeah. I think
the Lynx are a great team, and I'm not trying to take away anything from them. And I'm glad they got paid. I loved that moment after the game where the Lynx players were like, they're giving us money direct deposit.
Yeah, 2 a.m. I want it in my bank up by 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, the Minnesota Lynx is a team that the Liberty have yet to beat this season, and maybe they play them again tomorrow, which is Tuesday, July 2nd. Maybe then they'll finally get the W against them. Or maybe the Lynx are just the mystics of the 2024 season for the New York Liberty. A team that they just can't seem to beat.
Yeah, the Lynx are the mystics of the 2024 season. I'll tell you what.
Heel.
Your wife, Cheryl Reeve.
Hey, Cheryl, babe, congrats on the money. Love you, hon.
Take her someplace
nice.
Take
me someplace nice, huh? Take your wife somewhere nice.
But she coached a good game.
Call me when you're in New York tomorrow.
Whatever she told her defenders to do to JJ.
Locked them up.
It worked. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we had a MVP of the Commissioner's Cup.
Did not stay to watch it be given. We were unfortunately in little stinker mode, so
we were being little stinkers.
We're sorry that we cannot give you the full account of the coverage because during the last 8 seconds of the game, we left. Both say, "Let's just go to the bathroom and get out of here."
But Nafisa Collier, congratulations! This is one of my WNBA crushes. Mm-hmm. Not taking anything away from MVP, but I was expecting the MVP of the Commissioner's Cup to be Bridget Carlton.
Yeah.
I mean, those threes were killer.
Yeah, you couldn't stop her.
We literally couldn't stop her, and we didn't, and we lost the game.
I know, and I think that, and I mean, I don't know. This is just me making speculation, so honestly, feel free to discredit anything I say. But because I think they want Nafisa Collier to be considered for MVP for the year, I wonder if that's why they're like, let's give her it for this, because that adds a little bit of juice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
She got the juice. Also, couldn't have worked out better for Unrivaled to have their two founders going up against each other. Mm-hmm. This is one of those, is the WNBA scripted? It's not. But it was a perfect moment. Couldn't have been better for them.
A perfect moment. Congrats to the Lynx. I'm no longer bitter. I'm happy that they won.
I want to tell on myself. Yesterday at the Liberty game, the announcer said, and come back for Tuesday night when we face off against the Minnesota Lynx. And I yelled, boo, we hate the Lynx.
And then immediately, because Amelia is the nicest person in the world, went back on what she said. She goes, actually, I love them. Another person was like, well, I hate them. Because Amelia is a nice person and can't say that she hates anything.
But I genuinely like the Lynx. I'm mad at them. Yeah. I think friendships are... You go through phases, and we will repair. But right now I'm in a tough spot with the Lynx. Yeah. They hurt me.
They hurt us bad. And, let's talk about a game that we didn't feel bad about, which was the Atlanta Dream and the Liberty.
Oh yeah. Talk about friends. I got to see my best friends, the Atlanta Dream, in my hometown in Brooklyn. Come on. This was nice.
It was a fun game. It was so fun to see Tina Charles playing in Barclays. It was so fun to see. They put up, all the stats during the game of here's for the Liberty franchise, the top leading scorers or the top assists, rebounds for the franchise. And Tina Charles was at the top of all them dang things. And it's so fun to see her name there. And then we were playing against her.
Yeah. I mean, Tina Charles is in the top for the entire WNBA for points scored. So of course she's going to be up there. Yeah. She's number one for the Liberty. She's so good.
She's good.
She came out, I think she had 8 points very quickly. And I love Big Tina.
We love you, Big Tina. We love the Dream. It was, there were times when we would be cheering for the Dream when they did something good. I wore a little red bandana in their honor.
During the opening, some kids behind me were booing all of the players when they announced the starting lineup. And I turned around and looked at them because don't boo them.
Did you say anything?
No, but I gave them a stinky face.
And then you went, just kidding.
And then I went, just kidding. I'm not really mad. But I was kind of mad because you're not going to boo Alicia Gray.
No.
You're not going to boo my friend.
Number one Rec Specs player in the league, no, Alicia Gray. Congrats on the award. Number one Rec Specs, Alicia Gray.
We love you. And watch out because Diamond to Shield is right over your shoulder coming for that number one spot. But yeah, I'm not going to let people boo my friends.
No. Cheyenne Parker Tyus.
She's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There was someone's ass that she knocked over because it's like she's so, you
She's
can't
strong.
stop her
No.
force. So like obviously it's gonna like knock somebody over. It was very close for a while, and I think like Liberty really had to like shape up after that first quarter where they were stanky.
Yeah, they were down like 16 points or something.
Congrats to Stewie. During this game, she became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 5,000 points. Shout out for that. And also want to give a big shout out to Celebrity Rose Julia Fox.
We love you, baby. Come back to the game. It was so fun seeing her at the game.
I know. I think that Julia Fox needs a WNBA wife.
I want
the
it.
Stallion needs a WNBA wife. Julia Fox needs a WNBA wife.
And Kelsey
needs a WNBA wife.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Maybe I've gotten a little used to seeing the celebrities on Celebrity Row because so many people come to Liberty games. But I was genuinely, when I saw Julia, I was like,
Uncut Jams.
I got a little.
Oh, I just licked the microphone when I said that. I was so excited to say
Uncut Jams.
But let's move on, right? We've talked about the Liberty enough. Let's talk about the Indiana Fever, who had, it was a big week for the Indiana Fever, both in some new players coming to the team, some team members being waived. Sorry to Celeste Taylor for being waived, and welcome Damaris Dantas. So some things happening on the Fever. And one of the big things that I want to talk about is, I mentioned it last week that she was practicing with the team, but baby, Temi Fagbenle is back.
Let's go.
She's back and she's getting in fights.
Temi heads. Yeah, Temi's back and you feel it.
I'm feeling it.
You feel it right away.
Feeling it right away. Great energy. And, let's talk about these games. There was a huge win against the Mercury for the Fever. Everybody was sort of being like, oh, it's going to be DT versus CC.
This is the moment.
The whole marketing campaign, everybody was into it. Let's talk about, the GOAT and the rookie and what is going to happen when these two face off.
And truly, it was a great game, but it was just a basketball game.
Yeah.
I don't think there are hard feelings genuinely between DT and CC. I think it's all the internet doing weirdo, projection onto the situation because they seem fine.
They're
totally smiling
fine
together. Like, there's a lot of respect that DT has given to Caitlin Clark, and people are they're stuck on that one thing she said at the end of the college basketball season where she said it would be hard for her to adjust to the WNBA.
And guess what?
It has been.
It's been hard for a lot of rookies to adjust to the WNBA.
Yes, all of them. But also Caitlin Clark is doing an amazing job. She almost had a triple-double. Shout out. Almost the first rookie to do it. Like, I don't know. I think if you are like worked up about a situation that Caitlin Clark is probably not upset about, you gotta like
touch grass.
Find a journal.
Be well. Go to the waters.
Go to the waters. Oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah. Here's the thing that we have been seeing a trend with. The Fever do very well after they've interacted with some form of body of water.
Yes.
Right? So after Grace Berger's birthday, they were all on a boat on the waters. We got some W's. Caitlin Clark put her finger in the pool at the qualifying swimming events that were in Indianapolis. They got some W's. A video just came out of Caitlin Clark doing a cannonball and the whole team sort of enjoying the pool facilities at maybe a hotel or wherever they were. And then they got this W against the Mercury. So do the Fever need to touch water?
They need to be near the water.
On the water. Take her to see Mr. Murdoch.
They power up.
Level up. They are aqua women.
They are aqua women. I don't know if there's something I don't know anything about astrology, so I don't even know why I'm going here, but is there something in Caitlin Clark's astrological chart where she is like has some water sign somewhere? Let me know if you know. Why is it that every time they're near water, something happens? The Fever play really well.
Yeah. For whatever the water of Dallas is doing to the Wings, the exact opposite is happening with the water and the Indiana Fever.
Yeah. Congratulations to the Fever for getting that win. I mean, what a turnaround. I said it last week, but to be 8-12 after the start they had to the season, I'm so happy.
Yeah. And they're halfway through. They just played their 20th game and it's halfway through the freaking season.
Yeah. And this is notable. This was their first win against a team that had a 500 or above average. Let's talk about another team that, oh my God, they have turned it around.
They have turned it around. I'll tell you what, they may have lost both their games this week, but they were so freaking close to winning both of those. So the Mystics had some really great games against the Sun and the Aces. Let's talk about that game against the Sun because it went into overtime and they were freaking cooking.
They were. The Sun were scared. The Sun didn't look like the team that we've watched for most of the season. And I think it's because like the Mystics just kept punching.
Yeah. I mean, their bench had like 25 points. And even with Carly Samuelson, who is out now with I believe a broken finger or some sort of hand injury, they were freaking balling out. They look like they were going to win that game. And it came down truly to the last second before they went into overtime with it felt like one of those calls that like the call that happened in the Final Four with UConn and Iowa, where it was like there was 1 second left and they called a charge foul on Julie Van Leeuw.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like it absolutely could have gone on the Mystics.
I mean, there was an amazing shot that I have saved to my camera roll of Coach Tebow just like with his mouth agape. Truly, it felt like he was doing it for like 15 seconds, just like the disbelief in the call. Didn't understand why he didn't challenge it. Maybe it might not have made a difference, but it's also like, I don't know, at least try. Because then they got back, and guess what? The Connecticut Sun ended up winning in overtime. When truly the Mystics had him throughout the whole freaking game.
I know. And the Mystics, I'm really proud of them. Even though, like you said, they didn't win either of their games this week.
They almost did.
Yeah.
And that's something to note. And we say it every week. I think I say it every week. But once their freaking injuries are over, which I pray is soon.
I know. We need Brittany Sykes back.
We need Brittany Sykes back.
Come on, Slim.
Come on, Slim. Heal up, Slim. But yeah, it was just like 2 games. And even their game against the Aces, they were looking so good against them for a bit. And it's just like, dang. They could really have all these teams, but
yeah.
Their day will come.
I do want to shout out Dee Dee Richards, who got the start. We love Dee Dee, former Liberty player. And also Maisha Hines-Allen, monster. A monster. Had both games.
Yeah.
Played really well.
Yeah.
I think it's Maisha Hines-Allen, whose brother is an NFL player,
Mm-hmm.
and they are really competitive.
Yeah, he's like, she got drafted before I did, and I knew I wanted to have a higher draft number than her and stuff, which he did. He ended up having, but so it's very fun.
Yeah.
Shout out Maisha Hines-Allen. Let's get a dub in week 8, shall we?
Let's do it. We were just talking about the Connecticut Sun. Let's keep it moving. The Sun, I don't know, mixed bag week. They did get that win barely against the Mystics, and then they lost to the Dream. I think they're tired.
I think they were tired. They played, I believe it was a doubleheader. They played the Mystics, and then the next day they were back in Connecticut to play the Dream. So they were tired from getting their freaking asses almost kicked by the Mystics, having the shit scared out of them, having their confidence shaken, I'm sure. And then they came and played a game the next day, and they lost.
They lost to the Atlanta Dream, who played a great game. I'm not taking anything away from the Dream, but I do think that the Sun, they're a great team. They're tired. We're 7 weeks into the season.
No one should have to play a back-to-back.
No, and especially
everyone's going to have a bad. That second game is always going to be bad for whomever it is. You're not going to feel like yourself, as they say, the legs are tired.
And AT famously plays like almost the whole game every game. She's on the court almost the whole game. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they're going to be fine.
Still one of the best teams.
Still number 2.
Still number 2. I do want to say a little off the court thing. The Sun had an interview with AT where they had fans ask questions, and someone asked, when you and DeWanna Bonner go out, who drives? And AT said, I always drive every time. And DeWanna Bonner commented, I drive once a month. That's just a nice little, I nice. Like knowing stuff like that.
I like to know who in the WNBA is a passenger princess.
Yeah.
We need to know more. I want to know who's driving with Penny Taylor and Diana Taurasi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And who's sitting in the back with the kids trying to keep them happy.
Yeah.
Comment, which of us do you think is a passenger princess, and which one of us do you think sideswiped a car on the way back?
And which one of us do you think has recently had to file a collision claim with Geico? But anyway, it was humbling. DeWanna, if I could only drive once a month, I freaking would. But I don't have a driving daddy. Is that the opposite of a passenger princess?
It is
the driving daddy.
Driving daddy.
Please drop a comment if you'd like to be my driving daddy.
Yeah.
If you'd like to be my WNBA wife or
my driving daddy. Honestly,
applications are open.
You need to find who's the WNBA player who loves driving the most, and maybe that's your perfect match.
Okay.
Speaking of Penny and Diana, seems like a great transition to talk about.
Let's talk about the
Mercury.
2 games this week, 1 W against the Los Angeles Sparks, and then that loss against the Fever, where, you know, everybody was getting freaking fish and chippy. Apparently the scuffle, if you will, was started by Sophie Cunningham, and she's the only one that didn't get teed up for it.
Of course it wasn't. Ain't that the way it always is?
Ain't that the way it always is?
Sophie, yeah, she is a little shit stirrer.
Yeah, she's like Scrappy-Doo too.
Yeah, she's coming for the Scrappy-Doo crown.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Should we name Sophie Cunningham Scrappy-Doo of the week?
Scrappy-Doo of the week. Even though, you know, evading the technical foul for it, but everybody else got teed up, I think.
That's really messed up.
Tosh Cloud definitely got it. Kalia, Temi, and then I think DT. Because, you know, if there's a fight, DT's getting in there. She's getting in there and she's saying something insane.
She loves it. It's her hobby.
It's what fuels her. But that was the biggest fish and chippy of the week, I would say.
I was one of the biggest fish and chippies of the season so far.
Yeah.
To have the whole team, or at least the whole...
Some people didn't stick around for it.
Some people walked away.
Wow, who's going to get fish and chippy next? Who knows? It's probably whoever plays against the Mercury.
I do want to say this was like the least surprising fish and chippy, to have Sophie Cunningham causing an issue and having the Mercury get technicals.
We knew that the Mercury were always going to be the dog pound, right?
We've been saying it. Yeah.
We've been saying it. They are people who are fiery. We got Tosh Cloud. We got again Sophie Cunningham, DT, Brittany Griner, Kalia Copper. Like, this is like and then Beck Allen, LOL.
But she was in there.
If I ever saw Beck Allen get chippy.
Much respect to Beck Allen for not really participating, but standing right there, like,
I think
as
she was
if
trying
she
to be like she was trying to like break it up.
Yeah. Let's keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving.
The Lynx, a team that I love, even though I did yell
publicly announce. Yeah.
And some Liberty fans around me cheered.
Mm-hmm. I cheered.
Congratulations to MV Fee.
Congrats on the money, everyone. And congrats to the charity that they were able to get so much money for at the Commissioner's Cup. But the Lynx did suffer a loss to who was recently ranked the worst team, not the worst, who was ranked in the bottom for the WNBA, the Dallas Wings. What a huge freaking game for the Wings against the Lynx to suffer that loss shortly after the Commissioner's Cup. Maybe they also had heavy legs, who knows? But I'll tell you what, the Dallas, they were on like a 12-game losing streak or something like that, and it is over, and big ups to Dallas.
It's Trammell time.
It is Trammell time. Let's just talk about that game because it was crazy. Odyssey Sims, who was signed the day before, obviously she had been on the Wings before, but signed to a hardship contract the day before, came into this game and said, I'm going to show y'all what you were missing out on.
Revenge game.
Dropped 18 points. Damn.
This is kind of the silver lining of the fact that players get waived all the time, but when players get these opportunities, they grab them. We saw it from Monique Billings earlier with Dallas, and now Odyssey Sims should have been on a team all along, to be honest, but now is like showing what she's capable of. Congratulations, and much needed for the Wings.
Volt up, baby. And it was in the interview with Odyssey afterwards, and I think Enrique during the presser, Odyssey had been going to all of the home games for the Wings, so she was just there watching, right? So she
knows the system.
She knew the system. She was seeing like what was happening in their games, what this new roster was looking like. So I think when she came in, she said, I know what y'all are doing, and
I'm ready.
I'm ready. And she took it away, and she said, let me score 18 points for you. So it was such a great win. LT was crying at the end.
Oh yeah.
It was so beautiful. It was the kids' day, so first of all, it was loud as hell in there.
Yeah.
So nice for the Wings to get a win in front of, you know, all the young camps that were there, all the young players. Doing it for the kids. It's more than a game. It's more than basketball.
JC Sheldon got a big three.
Shout out Rook.
Important three at the end of the game. I mean, everybody was getting involved.
Nobody was more excited for that three than Cheryl Swoops. She was doing the commentary.
I love when she does it.
I love it. And she goes, let's go, Rook. I love it. I love when she gets excited. Yeah. So it was a huge win. So happy to have another dub in the column for the Wings. And unfortunately, they did lose to the Storm shortly after. But that's okay.
Yeah, and Tierra McCowan shot 100% from the field. 15
Love Tierra
points.
McCowan. Happy to say that I voted for her every day to get into the All-Star game. We'll see if she makes it, but I love my tall queen. We love you, Dallas. And you know who else we love? We love the Dream.
We love the Dream.
Sending thoughts to Crystal Dangerfield, who was waived, and I really hope someone snatches her up. I hope the Liberty snatch her up because I do think there's,
there's an opening.
There's an opening, and also, like, I wouldn't be surprised if there is.
They might waive someone.
Yeah.
The Dream did sign Maya Caldwell.
Yeah, she had a great game. Yeah. She also came out. She was like, all right, here's what y'all been missing out on. Had a great game against the Liberty. So just like great to see her playing so well and out the gate, like so strong. We've sort of already talked about it, but in the game against the Sun, the bench for the Dream had 29 points. Like, how do you compete with that when the bench has 29 points?
No, that's what you want.
That's what's up. Strong bench. We love a strong bench. They got that dub, and then unfortunately they did lose to the Liberty yesterday, but we were there to cheer on our friends.
Yeah, we love the Dream. They're 7-10, and to be honest, that's all right.
Reinhard, please come back soon. Please be okay.
I think she's going to be okay.
I think she's taking it easy. I mean, she has the Olympics. I think they're like, you know what? I got to heal. I got to go win that gold.
Ariel Powers, our gamer girl, queen of hobbies, has a new hobby. She's taking chess lessons.
Strategy. It's all about strategy. As you can see, we are coming up with our own awards. Last week, I gave Alicia Clark best posture in the league. So it's, again, let's award everything from these players.
Yeah. We need to be celebrating these players all the time. So let us know if you have ideas for other awards. We might try to do like some sort of mid-season break awards ceremony.
Yeah, our friends on TikTok said we should give an award to Kelsey Plum for being the bounciest player in the league.
Bounciest.
With a with a runner-up being JC Sheldon, which I agree with. They
got some bouncy gals.
They're hopping. They're hopping. So let's hop over to the sky, shall we?
We have a shoe alert. Angel Reese wearing a Reese's Pieces custom Reebok. That's what she's calling her fans, the Reese's Pieces.
It's interesting you say Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces is cute.
Well, I think I'm
cute. Give me a little piece of that.
I think that's the problem, is that I'm cute.
Fatal flaw.
Fatal flaw. Being cute. All right. What else is happening in Chicago? Unfortunately, Elizabeth Williams is out for the rest of the season.
Prayers up for, just had some surgery, I believe. Love Elizabeth Williams. And we'll talk about her later when we talk about the Power of the Dream documentary. But yeah, I love her. She's a queen. Her.
Yeah.
Duke queen. Some other news coming out of the sky. Kaiser Gondrezic was waived. Hopefully she also finds a soft place to land. Yeah. We talked about a little bit at the top of the episode. It was the Teaspoon and Becky show when the Sky faced off against the Aces. Two former Liberty teammates, now both head coaches in the WNBA. They love each other so much, they said, let's do our press conference together. Yes. They said, it's good to show that even though we're competing against each other, it's still all love.
It's still all love. It's the sisterhood of the WNBA. Angel Reese leads the league in rebounds, set a record for double-doubles. Angel Reese is doing it.
Most consecutive double-doubles ever.
Yeah.
In WNBA history. Not just for a rookie. Just ever.
I'm happy for the Sky. They did get 2 L's this week, but they played probably 2 of the best 3 teams in the league.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Can't be mad at them.
And you know who else I'm not mad at? The Seattle Storm, because they got 2 dubs this week. And y'all, Jewel Lloyd did it with a freaking swollen shut eye. She did it with one eye. Had a career high for the season, 34 points.
Don't you need 2 eyes to have depth perception? It's unbelievable that she did that.
And people say we're being too hard on Caitlin Clark. Jewel Lloyd's playing with one freaking eye. Also, come on.
These players are all getting beat up.
Get the shit beat every single game, and they still rise above. So, y'all, this is a physical game. This is a game that they say, you know what? I don't care if I can't see anything to my left. I'll look to my right, and I will make 34 points. Jewel Lloyd, you are the freaking dog of the week. Dog of the week. Dog of the month, baby. Dog of Pride Month.
Dog of Pride Month.
Wow, wow,
Jewel
wow.
Lloyd. I mean, Jewel Lloyd, the next game had 30 points.
She can score 30 plus points in a game, and she can also be the fine owner of a Smoothie King franchise. She owns her own Smoothie King in Seattle. Did you know that?
No, but I want to go there.
We got to go.
Got to
go there, and we got to go to Alicia Gray's Burger Place. And if you know of other people in the WNBA who own some sort of business.
I think Erica Wheeler has a wine bar in Atlanta.
Gotta go to it.
We're trying to go to all
Brick and
of these.
mortar
We love to
places.
support.
Obviously,
Yeah.
we would love to own an Asia Wilson candle, but they are too expensive.
Yeah.
But
One day we will.
One day we will. When I have a job
When
again.
you've paid off your car.
Yeah, when I have settled in court my my little fish and chippy I got in with another car that had no driver in it and was parked, I will buy an Asia Wilson candle and I'm gonna burn the shit out that candle.
Speaking of Asia Wilson, should we talk about the Aces?
Let's talk about the Aces.
I love Asia Wilson. It's no secret. We've talked about on this podcast how we think she's maybe a perfect person. It was so beautiful to see her encouraging Angel Reese. They had a nice moment after the game. They just are both such great rebounders. I was excited to see them rebound against each other, and they did not disappoint.
Love seeing Asia block Camilla's shot and Dawn Staley having a visceral reaction to it on live.
Do that to Camilla!
Don't do that to my Camilla! And she was mad, but we love to see a little Gamecock on Gamecock action. And, for everything she is on the court, an ally to the players, she is an ally off the court to the queers. She gives them a cake every Pride Month. And this one said... I believe it said
Congrats, you gay.
Yeah, or like go you gay or something, and it had a bunch of scissors on it, which shout out Asia for going to a bakery and saying,
make this for me.
Bake me a cake as fast as you can.
And bake me a cake as gay as you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Pride month's over, but we're still gay.
We still gay.
We're still gay.
And if you're a troll on our videos, get fucked. How did you get here and why are you watching things from the WNBA? Because baby, if you are a homophobe, I said it once, I'll say it again, you are at the wrong league. Get the hell out of here. Yeah. One person that the Aces said get the hell out of here too. Unfortunately, Jessica Carter was waived by the Aces.
She just got there.
She just got there for like I think she was there for maybe one game and I don't know if she played. But prayers up for Jessica Carter. Hopefully she also finds a soft place to land. And
let's talk about the Sparks.
Let's talk about the Sparks because again, if I'm talking about hoping they find a soft place to land, Queen Egbo
is going through it this season.
She is going through it. Wouldn't it be wild if she gets signed to every freaking team this season? Because she's got 4 under her belt right now.
Oh my God.
And also it was announced that Lexi Brown will be out for a bit, hopefully returning after the Olympic break as she continues her battle with Crohn's disease. And, Lexi, we hope that you are okay and
thinking about you,
sending you love and light, babe.
Yeah.
And wow, that was week 7. So much. We talked for an hour.
And honestly, if we didn't stop ourselves, we probably just would have kept talking for another hour. We love the WNBA. We love what's happening on the court, off the court. If you haven't watched the documentary Power of the Dream, get your butt to your couch right now. This documentary does such a beautiful job of showing the history of activism in the WNBA and also showing how powerful this group of players is and what they were able to do in 2020.
They flipped a Senate seat.
Election. Yeah.
Come on. And I think it's amazing for people who are new to the league to see like this is what we stand for. Mm-hmm. And also we are not afraid to stand for it. I think people that if you're trying to pressure a player into not talking about something or not do something, you're in the wrong league as well.
In the wrong league.
This is not a league for people who do not believe Black Lives Matter, who do not believe in gay rights or any trans lives matter, any of that. You're in the wrong league. Watch this documentary and see what everyone stands for and see the collective power of 144 players and the WNBPA and Nneka Ogwumike. Really recommend for you to watch it. See what they were able to do to get Raphael Warnock elected and just what they did in that 2020 time when they were in the bubble. I loved seeing the footage of everyone in the bubble, riding their bikes, being in the pool.
Yeah, some of them
all
with their
staying in the same hotel. Like it just seemed like summer camp. And I wish I know it was happening during a global pandemic, but I wish I could have been there.
I know. We love documentaries.
We love documentaries. I can't stop watching my sports documentaries. If you ever want me to tell you what documentaries to watch, I got you.
We love a documentary and we love a book. And I just want to shout out the New York Liberties Book Club, which continues.
Yeah, I think they're reading something sexy.
Yeah, I think they are. But
Slay.
we love that. Everybody gets to be sexy.
Everybody gets to be sexy.
And everybody involved with the WNBA is sexy. Except the rest.
Bye.